What's up, everybody, and welcome to this fine-ass Tuesday evening of Counter-Strike. We're back with EGL 1 Season 2, lower bracket round number 2, Meme GG versus Zion Nick. Someone's being eliminated tonight, and it's actually an interesting game for a number of reasons. But before we jump into it, how you feeling today, bro? You looking forward to this game?
You know, I'm pretty keen. I know throughout the whole of the lower bracket, we've had this sort of theme of new blood against old blood. And I mean, it's the same stuff tonight. We've got some super experienced players, and we've got some not super experienced players, and I think it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, let's jump straight into it then, I guess, right? Meme GG. The clue is in the name. It's not the most serious team that are here competing tonight. We've got a mix. We've got some super experienced players, some players that are incredibly well known throughout the South African Counter-Strike in Flares and Skaboot. You know, Flares barely needs any introduction if you've been following the scene for the past few years. Maybe somebody like you, Nick. Maybe I can introduce Flares to you because you're a slightly more recent acquisition in the scene. So Flares is actually like a gaming legend in South Africa. He's been professional at Dota, or I say professional, but he's played at the top level in Dota, Counter-Strike, and I think StarCraft 2 as well, if I'm not mistaken. So like any game that the guy picks up, he's just an absolute man out. Like that's what he's known for. So he's here. He hasn't competed since 2016. So to have him competing in a South African server again, that's amazing. The second player, Skaboot, 2018 Comic-Con winner. You know, you can call it Team Domster or the Energy Academy. You know, whatever you really choose. Both of the names work sort of interchangeably. And then after that, it's like that's where you start to throw in the slightly more suspect names of Sligs, Ricky V, and Sticky Pew Pew, which I've never heard of before. Ricky V and Sticky Pew Pew. They're sort of the friends who are in the mix here as well. So it's a mix. It's going to be fun. And that always provides some interesting Counter-Strike. Nick, lead us into Zion here, which is a far more formal team.
Yeah, I think the Zion team right now, the bunch of the up-and-comers, super young, super talented. Vaynant, Lord of War, Fisher, Bam, and Malkies, who's going to round out that roster. Malkies being the much more experienced out of the five in the team. He played on XD previously. He's got a lot more experience under his belt. A very tactically minded player. He's going to be RGLing. He's going to be the brains behind the brawn. I think Vaynant's especially going to be a player we've got to look out for. And I think it's definitely going to be an exciting game. I mean, as we spoke about, like, Skaboot has got he's probably played more CS than all these players combined. He's been to the top. He's been to LAN finals, whereas pretty much all these players in the Zion team haven't even seen. They don't even know what a LAN is. Pretty much, they haven't ever got anywhere close.
Yeah, no, for sure. They're in completely different spaces in their career, right? One thing that is interesting about this matchup is this. I feel like this is a much bigger game for Zion than it is for Meme GG. I mean, this is like, as I said, it's a formal roster. They're part of the Premier Division in VS Gaming as well, which is the best division in South African Counter-Strike. Only 10 teams form part of that. Zion are a part of that, Nick. So coming into this game, if they get eliminated in the second round of this competition, that means they get eliminated in like 8th to 10th or something like that, or somewhere along those lines, or like 8th to 12th maybe. So you know, I think that especially considering they're going up against a bit of a mixed meme team here, this is actually a vital game for Zion to win for their own confidence and just to show that they certainly have what it takes, you know, to be competitive against teams that are probably cut from I want to say more skilled, but a more dangerous cloth than what this Meme GG team is.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I mean, you alluded to the fact that they're in Premier Division, and you have to have some sort of caliber to get to that place in the first place. So clearly the Zion team is nothing to be messed around with. But I mean, the same can be said about Meme.gg. I mean, there's a couple players which you've spoken about, which are sort of like red herrings. You don't really know like what they can perform in the server. But I mean, you never know what the other capabilities of the super experienced players do. So I think it is going to be an interesting one. But I think coming into this, you'd have to choose Zion as favorites. I mean, they're the type of people who crack 5 to 6 times a week. They're definitely going to take a lot more seriously than the name itself says. It's like, I mean, Meme.gg. So Zion have to. It's pretty much a must-win from Zion in that respect, right?
Yeah,
I mean, if you lose to literally a team that has meme in its name, then how do you bounce back from something like that?
On top of that, they're in the open division in VS, by the way. They've this meme team. So that's one thing to consider, I suppose, is that the meme team is not just built for this event and this event alone. They do actually they do plan on like playing together a little bit more and sticking together. So there should actually be some like stories of growth, and you know, maybe we do see them down the line and see some signs of improvement. But up at this point right here, right now, Zion should be the favorites, and this should be their game to win for sure. I really like their map pick as well, Nick. Picking up Overpass, we always talk about what a team-based map Overpass is, and that should be playing to all their strengths tonight. Surely they've been practicing it extensively as well, so coming into Overpass, they should be seriously one-sided favorites in this map in particular.
Yeah, no doubt about that. I think whenever you think about a super technical map, a map where if you're not working as a team, if your default's not down, then you're going to get punished by the CTs. So I think considering meme.dg are quote unquote a meme team, and as you said, they haven't been built specifically for this tournament, so that sort of pays respect to their character. Maybe they've got more in store than maybe at face value. Maybe they have been putting in the extra yards, but I sort of doubt that to be the case. However, with a pick like Overpass, we've spoken about it, super technical. If your T-side and your executes are down and your default is down, you can deny information from the CTs, then you're pretty much sorted, right? If the CTs don't know, if you can take control of water as a T-side, split the B bomb site, you're going to have a real tough time if you're CTs, if you're not using your utility correctly, stuff like that. So it pays all respects to Zion running into Overpass's favorites. Inferno is the second map, which is the map we all speak about. Everyone knows how to play Inferno. Everyone has a different way to play it. So that one could be a bit more 50-50.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, especially when you have names like Flares and Skaboots on your team, like you don't need a team full of stacked of individuals to be competitive on Inferno. You don't need to be as efficient with your teamwork sort of thing. So yeah, I'm expecting more from meme.memegg going into the Inferno game. But here on Overpass, I agree with your narrative and sentiment completely. This should be Zion every day of the week, and we're going to be finding out shortly. And I mean, Nick, they're also a relatively new team, right? They made some changes recently, and you always want to be keeping on making progress and finding those positive results to keep the engine driving forward. And the recent acquisitions of Malkis, he was picked up recently, I think, to replace Cloudsy, if I'm not mistaken. And then you've also got Bam in the team and Fisher, who are fairly recently joined the team. I mean, in the past month or so, I think. So this team is still in its infancy if we're looking at the longer term. The one thing I will say is that I really hope that they stay together. And I might sound like a broken record because Nick, I mean, a week ago we were saying that about XD when we were watching them, right? And Malkis and Kana and Tianki were all a part of that roster, and then all of a sudden that project's already done and dusted. So we need some consistency with these types of teams in South African Counter-Strike scene for not only to have more competitive orgs, but for the players to actually have a chance to really build themselves and nurture themselves and build a platform and a structure where not every month or every 6 weeks you're changing things up and having to completely figure things out from scratch once again. So this Zion team, I think they've got the ingredients. They've come together with some they've made changes, and now we need to see them stick together and see what they can do.
Yeah, I do think it is going to be super interesting because, I mean, you made a video about it, right? The annual roster reshuffle, which sort of happens, which is kind of rough, which when you're coming from an up-and-coming team, I think Zion could be used as an example of that. Like, for example, if one of these players absolutely pops off and plays super, super well, the next thing you know, a better team picks them up and you have no real reason to stay if you're one of the star players. However, that may not be the case if you have a really good run in a tournament, for argument's sake. Like, let's say Zion, by some stretch of the imagination, they make top 6, which, in all honesty, is quite doable considering the climate of South African Counter-Strike right now. Mixed results from a whole bunch of people.
Nick.
So it's definitely not a far side to reach from. So when you speak about longevity, I think Zion, they have the foundation. They've got the experience of Malkis to EGL. They've got some firepower, which they need to get to that sort of level. So maybe the proof is going to be in the pudding. Maybe they can do it.
Actually, low-key, I want to use your boys as the example just to sort of corroborate what you're saying right now. The royalty team, obviously turned Big 5, but towards the end of last year, I'd say like at the start of the second half of last year, that team really started to come together and actually started to put up some solid results. Remember the Soldiers of Fortune event where they had that great run. They demolished Energy, I think, if I remember correctly, on Inferno and Nuke. And then there was like, I remember there was some interest in a couple of the players, and actually like now we can talk about these things because the changes have all happened. Like I think EXE was like quite a sought after individual from a number of different orgs who were a little bit interested in his services, and maybe some. I think maybe God's Not Dead as an IGL people were interested in. And the thing is that they stuck together. Like Royalty decided to commit to one another. None of the offers were taken, and they did. They carried on building and actually started to look like a formidable team that could crack into the top 3 consistently. And then you guys sort of plateaued off a little bit, and that's another conversation. But the point is that there is certainly a reason to try and stick together, even if maybe you get an offer that on paper looks like it might be a bit better. But if you stick together with this unit in the long term, it'll actually have better results.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much like how it goes for, especially in a game like CS. Like, there's 5 people. One change is 20% of your team. It's not like you're changing someone in a football team or a rugby team where one player may not have as large an impact in the grand scheme of things, but in Counter-Strike, like 20% of your team is a lot of a team, especially considering if you use like us as an example, EXE was sort of like the star player, and that's
For
taking a
sure,
lot.
man.
So I think
That's a big role.
yeah, Zion, you could use that in the same sort of example. Like, let's say, for argument's sake, I'd assume that Vaynant's probably the best player in that team. I don't think it's any stretch of imagination to go so far as to say that in terms of firepower. That is. So if you take Vaynant or any star player out of any up and coming team, then they're going to have a hard time to bounce back. And I think Zion, they need that sort of stretch of whether it's 3 months, whether it's 6 months, some sort of longevity in the team where they can show that they can put up results. I think an example of that could be if they stay in Prem, for argument's sake. If they can stay up with the big boys, put up results against really good teams like your DNMKs, like your Goliaths, like your Bravados who are going to come up soon. I have no doubt about it, coming up from first div. So if you can put up good results, no, I mean maybe it will be a bit of a push and touch and go situation for Bravado. But if you can put up good results as a new five that the Zion team finds themselves in, as you alluded to, the change that Clouds they went through, he's moved over to Omnius. So if you can put up good results with this five, with these young players who star-studded, who have good futures ahead of them if they choose to work hard, then maybe your team has every reason to stick together and play out a year or maybe a year and a half and see how things go.
Yeah, I mean, the average age of the Zion team is actually pretty low. I mean, I think Fisher's below 20. I know Vaynant is still 16, if I'm not mistaken. I think Bam is also pretty young as well. I think Melkis is probably the oldest in that team, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm not actually sure how old Lord is.
I don't know how. I don't know how old Lord is. I think I don't want to say he's still in school because that may be disrespectful to someone who's just in high school. Because no one likes that. It's like, oh yeah, this guy's still in school. No, I'm not. I'm not in school. But he's not like 23, 24. I know his name's Bradley.
Okay.
That's pretty much what I know about him. He's got
Sure,
good aim.
docs and easy docs, but I mean, the one thing is the point stands that this team has a very young average age. So it's a lot of these players on the early stages of their career right now and have long futures ahead of them. And I think that's always important to keep in mind that when you're 16 or 17, you don't have to immediately try and jump on the best offers you can get, because sometimes that can actually lead to hindering your career. You know, if that move doesn't go too well, things start falling back, you fall down the pecking order, you know, sort of you try and run before you can walk type of thing. So rather build your career up sustainably. You know, you make sure when you're in your peak is when you're starting to get into the best teams.
I think saying that, it reminds me of Obo. So I know it's sort of like looking at it in an extremely outside perspective. So maybe what I'm saying is not completely educated, but I know there was a lot of sort of turmoil around his name after he just left Complexity in the dark. You know, like he just got up and left one day. And
Airports,
the question
out of there.
was, the question was, is he actually going to get picked up from another team, considering his attitude? That one day he literally just got up and left. And obviously there were a whole bunch of circumstances around that. The fact that he joined a North American team that was actually going to stay European. But I mean, he finds himself in Evil Geniuses. He's been given the second breath. And I mean, he's a sick player. And I think what you were saying is you can draw a lot of similarities with that. Like if you're a good up and coming player, there's no reason to jump onto a team that may not have livelihood in the future. Maybe you can stick with your current four teammates, make a name for yourself, and then branch out when your name gets out there.
Well, branching into the round, Nick, as we're kicking off proceedings here in the lower bracket on Overpass. This is Zion's map pick. They find themselves on the T side, and they're grouped up around the B bomb side, which is where Meme Gaming are as well. And Nick, you should expect this pistol round out of the CTs, right? I feel like this is just the stock standard pistol round on the CT side, but actually Ricky V is rotated all the way back into the bomb site, so he's not getting any information, but that's not going to matter as Zion start charging forward. All the players through Monster, the Glock train makes their way forward, and it's actually frags being traded back and forth right now. Vaynant with 2 kills of his own actually adds a 3rd to the tally. Madman on the entry, Mulkeys picks up 1 as well, and it's Zion who take full control of the bomb site.
I was so hoping Vaynant was going to come in and get an ace to start us off. That would have been super sick, but I mean, he's going to try and take the ESP off his silencer and actually rip Ricky V's head off. 4 kills in the round.
So one thing I will say is, you know, I was just stalking a couple of boys in the server, and Sticky Pew Pew has about 2,400 hours, and Ricky V has about 1,700 hours, and now I've got nigh on 5,000, and I don't play that much, so you must know that the Zion boys, I'm sure, are probably pushing 5,000-6,000 as well. You know, it's still early days in their careers, so that's always something important to keep in mind. It's just it's almost like a bit of a litmus test. Like, how many hours do you have, bruv? Because I can gauge some information off of that. Not the be all and end all, but you get an idea.
Yeah, you gotta ask how many hours they got, what rank they are, whether they've been boosted, all that stuff. You gotta get the information. You know, it is what it is. But I mean, this round, Full Eco, not really much to write home about. Meme Gaming are just choosing to forfeit the second round. I'm not a massive fan of, especially on the CT side. I think it's a lot more viable on T side to full eco the second round. But when you think about overpass, you think about utility. Pretty much, you think about those Molotovs, flashes. And when the first gun round rolls around, you don't want to be on an MP9, for argument's sake. You want to have those full bars of utilities. So maybe the force bar is going to be warranted. But I mean, they're walking into a stack bomb site, so maybe this could go from bad to worse. But it doesn't look like it's going to be the case. Lord of War is going to wipe things up. That's 4 in the second round. And he's got 4. Vaynant's got 4. Everything's chilling right now for Zion.
100%. Looking pretty good. I mean, gets 3 of those kills with the UMP as well, which is a nice extra chunk of the economy. But Nick, let's just talk a little bit more about what you just said, because we're starting to see the impact of what their decision has. Save in the second round, buy immediately in the third. It's 3 FAMASs on the board. Yes, they've got that util, but going up against the AKs and the Galil, I guess it's not like a full AK buy from Zion's perspective. So, you know, the FAMASs could actually work here. And it looks like Zion want to try and turn up the pace. A lot of util rating in. Is it going to be the double pump? Are they going to be committing off of this? Not sure right now. They're still around the fringes. Vaynant ready to pounce. More flashes coming in. The execute is perfectly choreographed, but it's actually Meme Gaming who find the initial kills. Flair's dancing around the pillar. Picks himself up 2 kills. Tapping away. He won't get the third. In fact, Mulkeys strings a nice couple kills together to maybe make this realistic. I mean, there's so much time left on the clock. The problem is he has the same amount of opponents against him as he has points of health.
Yeah.
No. Oh my god.
Dude, I believe.
Yeah, after he got that third kill, I thought it was a done deal, bruv. Got the AK as well.
Oh my.
But that's a lot of economic damage.
Yeah, and I mean, I was speaking about not having utility, playing on FAMAS and MP9s. I mean, it worked. But the fact is that, like, Zion, they just... I don't know, the spacing just didn't seem to be good there with the players coming up short, and they went through a smoke. I mean, maybe you can delay the hit. There's a whole bunch of stuff that you can go into this, but I mean, they're forcing right back into it. A couple UMPs on the side of Meme Gaming, 3 rifles, and I mean, 3 rifles on the side of Zion with 2 deagles. So they've gone for a really lackluster buy, all things considered. Only a couple pieces of utility, and they're going to see what they can get done with them.
Yeah, understandable that they invest into the round, though.
Without a doubt.
Probably a good call. And this is the first time they're exploring the opposite side of the map. Well, Zion meets, you know, top half of the map. Top half of the map meets Zion.
How's it?
Going towards long at the moment. They've got some smokes as well.
Yeah, we'll see which side, who treats who better. Whether the top half of the map doesn't like Zion, or... But it seems like Warder likes Vaynant, because he's going to put... Dude, you said I had to say his name and I forgot.
Skaboot. Yeah, it used to be Rav Sarin, which was actually such a sick name, and now it's not anymore. And I don't know why I changed it, but it is what it is. That's a big kill towards the B bomb site though, because it's kept 2 of the 4 players. There's still 2 players here on this A site. Sticky Pew Pew gonna be taking first contact. He goes down, and Ricky V, he has no choice but to sort of nuzzle himself in behind the smoke here. Melkis gets reminded that he's got the bomb, so he should probably plant the C4. But this is looking like a great round for Zion. I don't even know if Meme Gaming should be considering this retake right now. No money in the bank, and it's going to be very one-dimensional as well. They got some flashes to aid their cause, but I'm not sure how well this is going to be going for them. Seems like they want to have a crack. Slicks, he loses his head as Melkis decapitates him. There's a response, but time is ticking. And this just feels like a suicide mission right now.
Yeah. It's flank from Vaynant. Oh, he whiffed in the second, but he's going to go back and actually Fisher's going to take it out. And I think as soon as you were talking about the possibility of this retake coming in, I wanted to be like, just save. Like, the chance of you winning this round are literally next to nothing. You got no mollies to flush out those corners. You have 1 smoke, which arguably can be put on the bomb, but I mean, like, 3v5 retake, 1 person smoking the bomb and just sticking it. That's a real Hail Mary play. And Meme Gaming, they come off second worst. I mean, worst, there's only 2 things. So second worst is kind of the definition of worst. But I mean, it is what it is. So it's fully SPs for them coming into this one.
Yeah, not a single penny being invested into this round. One thing I will say is Zion have been very committed to these sort of hard executes in their anti-eco and anti-force fire rounds, which I'm not a fan of, and we talk about this often in our casts as well. You sort of want to try and get some information before you make these sort of hard commits. And we've seen them getting close to being burnt before, where the pistols have gotten like a couple of kills and done some damage to a 3rd player, but never really have Zion been punished. Going up against a better team though, you know, if there's a couple P250s and maybe a Desert Eagle, they could lose these sort of rounds. So
Oh, yeah,
I'd like to
without a
see
doubt.
them being a little bit more precautious in their approach.
Yeah, and I think one thing you can do is literally just the other team's eco, or if they aren't eco, they have a really, really bad buy. So get someone with like a Mac 10 that runs out the other
Exactly.
side of the map, goes into
Yeah.
A. If he sees 3 people away, it's not a stack on B. If he doesn't see anyone, then I mean, you got the site for free, right? So it's playing a little bit safer because we've already seen them walk into a stack once, and it was very, very touch and go. But I mean, there's those circumstances, as you said, against the better teams, against teams which play like really good setups, peeking off one another, not overcommitting to gunfights, where one deagle could literally lose you the round. So I want to see
Yeah.
that more from Zion coming into the next couple anti-ecos. I mean, obviously they can't hear us, so they can't take what we're saying. But I mean, maybe something clicks in their brain and they choose to play it a bit more conservative. But maybe it'll be a wake-up call when one round they walk into a bomb site where there's just 5 pistols staring at them in the face and they lose it.
Well,
And maybe that's something they need.
yeah, I mean, they have walked into a stack a couple times already,
Yeah.
and that hasn't deterred them from changing the strategy. But yeah, I agree. We'll see what happens as it plays out. Right now, it's looking good for Zion. I'm liking the default coming out of them this round as well, I must say. The 4-1 split, using the full length of the round here as well. They know that Meme Gaming, probably are going to be a bit preemptive in using their utilities. So they're bleeding that out as well. And there's almost just flashes left here for Meme Gaming to work with. The last smoke goes out. It's actually Sticky Pew Pew and Ricky V playing this A site. They've got support from Skaboot as well. And in fact, it looks like Flares is rotating up to heaven. And Zion actually aren't committing to this A site. This is actually really nicely worked by them. Taking full top control, showing even further presence, sort of faking the execute here. Lord is working on the smoke here. He's going to be hearing all these footsteps. He wants to try and keep as many players here as he possibly can. In the meantime, his teammates are executing onto that B bomb site, but there's only one player, and he's been taken down as well. And Lord continuing to do work over on A as well. This is a great round coming out of Zion right now. They just need to plant, and there we go. Bomb down, round sorted.
Yeah, this fight from that Lord has on towards Ricky V. I mean, Bam's already got the kill into Flare, so that's all she wrote. I was kind of getting a bit nervous for Zion there, all things considered. I think they almost missed the timing because obviously sometimes you see teams, they throw in that fake, they don't commit anything with it. They throw a couple flashbangs, they send one oak up, and then if you're CT, you sort of get the idea that it's a fake.
Yeah,
However,
sure.
I think they hit the timing pretty much on the head. As soon as a Lord of War took contact over towards A, they realized that was the time to start hitting B. He knew that they didn't cheat and he rotates over. And I mean, getting kills on a fake sells it even a little bit more. So great round, all things considered, coming out from Zion. They had a play over towards A. They denied the info early in the round, and they exec the sites. And there was only one play on B, and that's never fun. That's never fun when you're soloing B on overpass.
Absolutely. I mean, traditionally you want 3 players on the bomb site when you're looking to defend it. So just to be one man, you've got a living nightmare.
Yeah.
And it's going to be the full force coming in from Meme Gaming. Flares bought up straight away. So I mean, yeah, this is going as we expected, I think, Nick. And like we really, try to push the points home in terms of what a big this game is for Zion, what a big game this is for Zion, considering they are the Masters team going up against an open div team. They are the proper 5, the core 5 who have been grinding and working really hard. Not to say that Meme Gaming haven't been putting in some work, but if you're looking to prove yourselves, this is a must win. And not only a must win, they sort of want to dominate the affair. And right now, they're getting caught off in the round. Oh no. Sligs, he finds 2 kills. One courtesy of the fire, another courtesy of the Desert Eagle. And it's falling apart for Zion in the round. 5 versus 2, Nick.
Things are looking super rough. They just got caught like in no man's land towards Monster. 2 players like segregated by the molly, and the next thing you know, one of them's blind, a player's peeking, and it's just free reign coming out from Meme Gaming. So now it's Melkies and Fisher in the 2v5. The CTs do know the bomb's over towards Monster. That's why there's such a heavy lean over towards this side of the map.
Yeah.
So maybe there's a way in which they can salvage this. Maybe there's a preemptive push coming out from the CTs, but I don't see... Actually, I do see a way in which Zion can win this round, all things considered. A missed time double push, maybe a frag goes untraded, but I mean, Flares is going to catch Fisher. Ricky V is going to peek into Melkies, and that's all she wrote. Super clean round coming out from Meme.
Yeah, they don't even lose a single player. They save 3 AKs and an AWP as well. That's a great round for Meme Gaming. And they win it in a meme manner as well. I mean, they force by MP7s, couple pistols, and they make it look easy, man. Flare's getting in the mix there as well with the big kill, but the main defense came through Iskaboot and Sligs over at that monster tunnel. So now it's just going to be Desert Eagles across the board. Zion's economy's been broken. This is an opportunity for Meme Gaming to actually start making a bit of a platform here. Nick, if they can win this round and the gun round afterwards, start making something happen on the CT side. Sticky Pew Pew aggressive, and he's going to be looking to hang around here. His teammates is backing off, and he's going to get taken down by lowers. Yeah, there we go. Fisher comes through in time, and looking to catch the AWPer as well. Lord actually does take down the AWPer, so things starting to look a little bit sketchy for Meme Gaming in the round now.
I think if you're Zion, you got to slow down. You know that they're going to look for info somewhere. Malkeys is actually going to try nutmeg someone in the smoke, and he's going to catch flares out.
Oh my god.
With the molly, which means that's the B bomb site vacant, and now he's going to upgrade to the AK. And we're singing the praises. The previous things were going so well for Meme Gaming, and now they're staring at a 2v4. But the question is, do you go for this? Do you accept defeat or not? I mean, one kill's gonna go the way of Scobird, or
just call him. Okay, Nick, you're gonna call him the 2018 Comic-Con winner for the rest of this game. Okay,
there we go.
That's what you're gonna call him. Okay, cool.
I'm good with that. I'm good with that. I'm adding a nickname on Steam real quick.
The one thing I will say is, we could just see like sort of how disconnected the Meme Gaming players are in terms of the defense on that A site. You know, there was the one player on party, Sticky Pew Pew. He gets the first kill, and then his teammates like, I'm outie, and he carries on hanging around, and you know, not even aware of that lowers push that was coming through. So it's going to be tough to be competitive on the CT side of a map like Overpass when you don't have that coordination.
Yeah, I think it is super tough. I mean, we speak about Niix protocols, and pretty much Overpass is extremely similar, but in terms of information, right? Like, you need information over towards A or towards B, and it's super rough. Like, you can't be dumping your smokes over towards Monster. What teams often actually do is they just count the smokes on B, right? Usually one of them is thrown by the A player from deep spawn. That's one. Then you wait out, you throw some utility, bait out a smoke towards short, maybe towards Monster Tunnel, and you just count the smokes. Because eventually, when they have no smokes left and there's 30 seconds or 25 seconds left on the clock, they have nothing to stop you from hitting the bomb site. So all things considered, if you're the T side of Zion, they're playing this super effectively. They're playing the 4-1s to full effect again. They're just going to tunnel up long altogether. 4 players trade out onto this A site, and they're playing all things well. They're playing things well, all things considered.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. Changing things up quite a lot on the T side as well. They've shown a couple different elements to their T side. Vaynant, he's in the lurk position right now over on the B side of the map. I'm not sure if he's going to convert himself into a fake. There's not much time left in the clock here, so if he is going to do that, he has to go soon, and it looks like his team are trying to buy him some time, making his way up Monster. The timing is not going to work out for him. No, it does. Just in time, he gets his cross-same position, he takes down Skaboot, and that's going to be sounding the alarm to start executing onto the same bomb side. Sticky Pew Pew is all by himself. No, he's got a support from Ricky V on the angle, and Optimus, he's only good for some damage. Sticky Pew Pew looking for an angle in the smoke, but not going to be finding it, and oh my lord, he just absolutely decimates Sligs with the wall bang, and there we go, once again, round over.
Vac in chat, that's all I'm saying. Dude, like, what? Hello? Oh, that's super unlucky. 2v5, and if you're Meme Gaming, you got to do what's best and just save the rifles. And it pretty much comes down to that gunfight between Vaynant and the 2018 Comic-Con winner, right? I mean, over towards Monster, it just didn't go the 2018 Comic-Con winner's way. And I mean, because the 2018 Comic-Con winner died, just happens to be the case that the team that the 2018 Comic-Con winner just happens to be on, they've lost the round. I had to do it.
No, fair. No one wouldn't have understood what you were saying if you didn't go the full route, Nick, so don't worry. We got you. Meme Gaming definitely falling behind proceedings here. 7-2, and not really showing any signs of being competitive here, to be fair. You know, as a caster, it's our job to always try and hype up a match and create suspense and storylines, but right here, right now, Zion are totally dictating this game. They're in complete control. They're determining exactly how they want to go about proceedings, dictating the pace, changing things up on their T side, and sticking to their protocols. It's not like they've just started to rush or be silly now that, as I say, they just charged through the smoke. But they still have stayed true to what their game plan was here on the T side.
And I mean, they've taken this really aggro mid stance. Sticky Pew Pew sitting behind the smoke. If he goes uncleared, or if he's going to get caught in transition, which he has almost been, as one player down, Sticky Pew Pew going to be close towards Dumpster. He's going to be good for 2, but eventually the trade's going to come out from Mulkey. So 2v2 trade always favors the T's, but look behind them. It's Ricky V.
Yep.
The FAMAS in hand, and he's going to shoot Bam in the back of the head. But all things considered, the bomb's going to be planted by Mulkeys. That's going to be one frag, and now if you're Ricky V, you've got to stay alive. But it all comes down to this duel with Fisher. Whose way does it go?
Oh, and Fish has been heard now, so Ricky V is ready for his position. But on the angle, Fisher spots him first. AK trumps Famas back into the 2v2, and the bomb's also on the back of BAM right now. So there are options available here for Zion. They don't have to commit to this A site just yet. Seems like they're just trying to put the brake on things here. BAM edging his way forward up with the AWP. Meme Gaming have both of their players on the right side of the map right now, and they're going to be committed to this as well. They know both of Zion's players are here as well. Molly forces the bank player back. So now it's just on Sligs. On his own volition, he had to try and deny the plant, but he's just going to lose his head to Fisher. And now it's Flares in the 1v2 clutch. He sprays BAM down through the smoke. Well done by him there. He doesn't have the kit, but I think there's a kit on the floor there. If I spotted it, yes, he's picked it up. And he's got time to work with ya. Trying to edge his way forward. I don't think Fisher's going to be expecting him to be so close right now. Comes around the corner. And Flares lands the headshot and wins the round for his team. What an important round that was as well.
Easy peasy 1v2 for Flares. I mean, first kill through the smoke, and then he has a really, really good inkling of where Fisher lay, and ultimately just playing it super calm, super collected, walking into where ultimately it would have been Fisher's deathbed, and then just won out the 1v2. Easy peasy, and Meme Gaming post their third on the board, but I have to question Fisher's sort of mentality going into. He's hiding behind, not getting info towards either side. I mean, you understand not want to give up a 1v1 to the CT, but you can always shoulder peek at that info. You have the molly, you could drop it on the bomb, 100%. But I mean, it is what it is. All kudos go to Flares. Sick 1v2 coming out from him.
I think sometimes you get so caught up in the mentality of like not wanting to give anything away. So you're like, I'm just going to sit here and hold my nerve. But yeah, Flares recognizing as he picked up the kit, he knew he had the time to try and make a play there. Great work by him. I want to say that he still uses the A1S. I mean, I guess that's because the last event he played in was in 2016. So maybe someone needs to let him know.
Next thing he starts trying to run around with an AWP.
Yeah, exactly. What? You can't run with this thing anymore? No wonder Kenny S got dropped.
Oh, too soon. I mean, fair. He was kind of washed, but I mean, too soon.
Sticky Pew Pew, he's been washed in the round as well by himself. That's such a tough position to play in lows as well. Up against the AK with the FAMAS, you just not going to win that fight unless the T has a big misfire. And that early pick just sort of sends Meme Gaming into a bit of a spiral here. What do? How do they mount the defense? They're going to split with 2 players on each bomb site, but right now the world is Zion's oyster.
I mean, if you're Zion, just group up and exit together. I mean, they've still got Fish over towards this low position, towards Monsters. He's just going to throw a flash, show some presence. That's exactly what they're going to do. They're just going to group up and understand. Oh, but Lord of War, he's a bit disconnected from his teammates, which means Ricky V is going to have free run with the AWP. Vayne towards long, sick flash. He's going to get one in the entry, and Sligs towards the back of Optimus is living on borrowed time. He's taken out by Malkies. Means it's Flares and the 2018
bomb's quite far.
10 seconds.
Yeah, he'll get that. I was wondering if maybe they could deny it. Yeah. Skaboot, he finds the first breaking through. Oh. Only does a tick of damage, but the 2v2 is still on you, and they know that Malkies is in that corner. They know that he has to be isolated, and he's going to be traded 1-for-1. Flares in the clutch again against Fisher again. But this time, Fisher's going to notch up the W as he takes down the legend. And that's 8-3. Zion again back to winning ways. That's been the theme, Nick. Anytime Meme Gaming have been able to pick up a round here on the CT side, Zion have answered back with a round immediately afterwards.
Yeah, a little note there, 1-1 due to 1v1s between Fisher and Flares. I mean, Flares
we'll keep the scoreboard.
I mean, we'll see. Maybe it gets entertaining. Maybe we'll see a couple people that go 1v1.
Oh my Malkies! He gets 3 of them. They offer themselves up on a platter, and he gleefully accepts the gesture. Oh god. Flares spraying away with the Desert Eagle, blattering those shots out. Is going to be finding another kill. So, I mean, doing damage, but still Zion who have the one-man advantage.
I mean, all things considered, the eco is not looking too great for Zion in the grand scheme of things. So, I mean, it does look like the CTs and Ts have traded positions. Sligs is going to be coming in on this flank. So this round is not all done just yet. I mean, Sligs with a good timing could catch a couple frags. But, I mean, this was just an eco coming out from Meme Gaming. So the fact they've got 2 kills in the round right now, this is pretty much mission success. This all comes down to Sligs' flank. Does he get cleared? Fisher just checked it, the timing. Why is Sligs looking to his right? No one's going to be there, brother.
Yeah, unlucky. Bam gets the kill, and now it's only Flares. Clutch 1v3 this time. The 3rd clutch opportunity in as many rounds. And he's just looking for some sort of an in here, and unfortunately, gets baited in by the shoulder of Flares, gives his position up and gets taken down 9-3. Zion continuing their run here on T side of Overpass.
Seems like the whole time it's Flares against Fisher, dude. I don't know. Something about those two. I
Something
don't know.
brewing there.
No, something's it just seems to be, it's not even intentional. Like, I swear the two of them don't even know each other, but it's just like...
No, I'd be very surprised if they do.
Yeah, but it's just, every single, like, 1v1 engagement just seems to be between those two. That's a money name.
Oh. Yeah. Sticky Pew Pew catches that, consumes it, and digests it.
Yummy, yummy.
One back of his own, though. Yeah. Picking out Shrapnel for a while after that. Sliggs has been taken down in the meantime as well. And Meme Gaming, they're committed to this lowest hold right now. Which means they've got no information as to what's going on at Long in particular. And that's exactly why Skaboot is starting to rotate out of this B-bomb sites. And Flares is committed towards us. So this is a very gamble stack coming out of Meme Gaming right now. You don't really blame them for this either. I mean, the traditional sort of holds haven't been yielding the results they would have wanted. So why not try and shake things up and do things slightly different, out of the ordinary, be difficult to predict, and maybe make something happen.
Yeah, super sick call coming out from Zion. They're just choosing to train up Long. 5 of them. They just got to make sure the spacing's right.
Skaboot.
2018 Comic-Con when I've seen so many of them. So they're just going to be pushing his issue. How many can he get on the entry? Full blind, which means Malkies is going to take him out and put him in the grave, which means 5v3. Save again. Save, brothers.
Ricky V, you got to get out of there, my guy. But... yeah, they want to go for the Sticky Pew Pew and Ricky V. They're feeling the situation. The 2 versus 5. The boys are hanging around here, and not going to be working out for them. The one thing I do want to say, I actually really want to sing Zion's praises here on the T side, Nick, because this has been a very well-oiled T side from them. They've changed things up. Their mid-round calls have been great, which is really important on the T side of Overpass, because you never really want to commit to any one strategy from spawn on this map in particular. You want to sort of play the situation and figure out things as they go throughout the round, and they've been making very nice calls. And on top of that, their util usage has been great, man. You can see they've been working hard on this map. In particular, the flashes have been on point, and I'm just checking effective flashes. Malkies, he's racked up 21 already, so the EGL is sort of pulling the strings right now, setting his teammates, and just having a great structure all around. It's good to see. Impressive.
Yeah, I think it is really sick that the fact that we were speaking about the fact that they were running into side or possibly playing the anti-ecos not as well as they should be, but all things considered, the gun rounds have been polished. Like what you were alluding to, it seems like really good calling coming out from Malkies, and the defaults seem really good at denying information, which is something the CTs thrive off of. Obviously, you think about getting information towards one side of the map, cheating or rotate. It's all the things the CTs really want out of it, but I mean, all things considered, Zion playing a really polished T side, and that's why they found themselves 7 rounds to the good. Vaynant's been dinked. I don't know if Flares would have heard that.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think he was a little bit far away. And he kept spraying after us as well, so the gunshots could have muffled it.
But all things considered, 5v5 in the mid round. We're going to see, it does seem to be the B-bomb side in the question again, and okay, so Meme Gaming, they've got 1 player towards Long. They've taken this contact towards B, and they're choosing to just get everyone out of there. Okay, Sticky Pew Pew, he's actually stuck around. But I mean, 2018 Comic-Con winner, he's still in heaven. Never mind, he's about to drop down to water. So I mean, it's going to be 3 players on this B-bomb site. So it's going to be an interesting duel to see who comes out on top.
Yeah, it's actually been a while since we've seen Zion over on the B side of the map. They started off here in the first half, they came here frequently, but then toned it down a lot, and Malki's on the entry. Oh my god, he's like, guys, I've done enough sort of setting everybody up. I want to get my teeth into the action as well. 2 clean headshots on the entry. Flair's going to look to deny the plant. He goes one further. He finds the second kill as well, leaving Ricky V and Sticky Pew Pew in a winnable position, but they've been found out. Ricky V at least able to trade out his teammate, but the 1 versus 2 clutch is not going to be an easy one. They know exactly where he is. The crossfire is set up as well, and I don't think he's at all aware of Fisher's position right now here on the off angle. Vaynant is just sitting comfy as you like on the box site, and Fisher, albeit a bit messy, finds the spray, secures the kill. 11-3 as we head into the final round here on the first half.
Super good post plan coming out from them, not giving him any avenue into winning that 1v3 out. No way, Jose. Fisher just playing a nice off angle towards Pit, and then Vaynant just is going to peek off his contact. Super well played there in the post plan from Zion, and I mean, that's why they're 11 rounds to the good, and I mean, they're playing a really polished T side. We've got to sing their praises. It is their map pick, which is exactly something we would have experienced, but I mean, I think that pretty much puts up their CT side in a nutshell,
that
right?
sums it up. Yeah, 100%.
It would have been hilarious if he missed the
I'm
flash
glad you.
as well.
Yeah, I know. I'm glad you caught it as well, bro. Did you even wanted to smoke it for a second there? Oh god. All right. Again, Zion just with this 4-1 splits going towards long. They've certainly identified the chink in armor here, or the chink in the armor. I'm kind of surprised that this is the setup Meme Gaming have employed, to be honest with you, because the three most experienced players in this team are most certainly Sligs, Skaboot, and Flares, and they've set Ricky V up and Sticky Pew Pew at this A site, and they've definitely been, they've definitely had their struggles. Sticky Pew Pew, though, going to be able to find 2, so at least that does leave Ricky V in a decent position, tucked in the corner, but he's not going to be finding any imminent action as Zion start rotating themselves out.
Sticky Pew Pew getting as many kills as he has Pew in his name, so he's going to get 2 frags, and it's going to be the B bomb side on the question again, and Zion, they're just going to group up, exec with 4, hopefully they run into 2-1, which is going to be the case. Only play on the bomb side is going to be Sligs. Can he get a couple flares getting caught in transition over towards Heaven? Malky's with a sick entry frag, but Sligs, is he going to get overlooked? He's caught.
Oh my
what?
god.
The bomb?
Yeah.
Oh.
Bam, at least salvaging the situation with the first kill, but he's still going to get taken down, and now it's Fisher in the clutch. He's at least been able to retrieve the bomb, and he's going to be committing to the plant. Ricky V with the chance to clutch this one out and give his team a 4th round to take into the second half. Fisher wants to play the long game. Yeah, he drops the smoke. Oh god, nearly backs into Ricky V. Needs to be careful. Yeah, looks to try and take the fight. He actually has the angle there. He spots the shadow of Ricky V coming around the corner, but that's not going to be enough. Ricky V eventually will find the bomb, commit to the defuse, and secure the round for his team. 4-11. Meme Gaming give themselves probably what we would call the bare minimum to work with heading into the second half, but that's certainly predicated off of them winning the pistol round as well.
Yeah, I think it's super rough. And having a look at the scoreboard on the CT side, or obviously both teams are going to switch over. But I mean, looking at the scoreboard when the teams are going to switch, Malky's 22-10, having a lights out performance.
Yeah.
Even though he's the IGL, 21 effective flashes, 150 near on ADR. Super sick performance coming out from him. No one really stepping up to the bat besides Ricky V from the side of Meme Gaming. So maybe it's their time on T side. Maybe they can get the wheels rolling, and maybe they can get some rounds on the board.
Look like they're just going to try and keep things super simple here. Flares with the smoke along with Sligs. They're just going to be setting those up straight into the B bomb site they go. And I don't think they're going to be letting go of W this round as they charge their way forward. There's only 2 of the B players here. Vaynance along with his teammate Malkis, and Vaynance already been taken down. So good start to the round here for Meme GG. They just have to secure it from here. Malkis in the vicinity has been using these smokes as cover. In the meantime, Bam is flanked already and taking them down. So this has become awkward for Zion, or rather for Meme. Malkis able to activate now, calm, tapping away. He's going to be finding 2 kills. Now the advantage swings into Zion's favor as they start closing in on the bomb side. They have got a kit on Malkis as well, and he's going to be tapping the bomb. He wants to force these players into the open, and Skaboot's going to be finding the first kill. Ricky V gets in on the action as well. Such low HP. Lord comes around the corner, and he goes down to Ricky V as well. He's all about the clutches, Nick.
Dude, this man, 17-11, carrying Meme.gg on his back, and
1v2, 1v1.
Yeah, he's doing everything, dude. Like,
yeah, he's working hard.
I was worried about the 2018 Comic Con. I wonder how many kills, how many bullets he had in his P250. He was spamming that thing like it was no one's business, and it was working super well. So maybe,
yeah. I think Zion are going to be a bit upset with themselves that they weren't actually able to get that round across the line, all things considered. They're forced back into it, though. Desert Eagles across the board, flashes, a smoke as well. And Bam's going to be calling for some support to come through, because he's got a couple T's on his doorstep, and I don't think that they want to be giving any Christmas gifts as they start charging forward. He's been flashed up off the angle, but Lord takes the heat, but I think he'd been spotted there regardless. And these Mac 10s are just going to continue to surge forward, creating space and securing the bomb sites.
3v4 retake, and I think you can't get baited into going for this retake if you're Zion. I mean, you've just been re-smoked off headshots. You just got to save these deagles, and you're going to have some potency into the next round, but it does look like they're going to choose to go for it off that flashbang, or are they going to? Vayne aren't going to take contact. No. He's taken out, but I mean, like, what's the point? Like, all you're going to do is damage when you can just, you're going to fully connect round, just have the deagles, have something to play 100%. Around. But I mean, they're going to stick around for too long and lose their heads in the meantime. And props to meme.gg that round. I mean, it's quite often you see teams in the anti-ecos just going up long with numbers, because there's only one avenue you have to worry about. You have to
Yeah.
have tunnel vision on one area of the map. It's not a sort of situation where you're coming out water, for argument's sake, and you have to watch short, you have to watch lowers.
Yeah,
But
absolutely,
you just go up
man.
long. There's one area you have to worry about, and I mean, things going well for them. And Zion, they're only on deagles, no armor behind any of them, because they chose to go for the retake last round.
Nick, dude, how can you believe Zion went for the retake last round, bro? They should have just saved the deagles, but looks like they're still making moves up, and they don't need armor. As long as they have the hand cannons, they can still have the impact. But a quick flurry of frags between Ricky V and Sticky Pew Pew. Ricky V just continuing to do the Lord's work right now. Sticky Pew Pew chimes in with one of his own. He knows that Lord's in the vicinity as well. Tapping away is Lord. Not going to be able to find that lethal headshot. And now it's been reduced to the 1 versus 2 clutch. Looking for a gun. He finds a Galil, but without armor. I mean, you might even want to consider just keeping the deagle in the situation. He's just going to go for the timing push straight through the smoke. Yes, Sticky Pew Pew is checking it. Waiting on the other side. And surely there's no way in which Lord wins this round.
Away.
He does. He's looked away. Lord's been able to come out now. Oh, but Sticky Pew Pew finds his 3rd kill in the round. 7-11 is the score. And Meme Gaming fighting themselves back into this game right now as we head into the first gun round of the second half.
Dude, Sticky Pew Pew's got 99 ADR, and Ricky V's got 72. So like, Sticky Pew Pew's second in the lobby for ADR. So he's putting up numbers, even though they may not be in the kills column. He's putting up some sick damage in the round. I mean, maybe that's exactly what meme.gg need. 4 rounds between the two teams now. First buy round of the half, and this is what a meme.gg need. If they've got the wheels rolling, they've got the momentum. If they can win this, they'll be set to make this comeback.
I mean, the funny part is I was lightheartedly bantering Sticky Pew Pew and Ricky V for their hours. And they're the 2 top fraggers on their team right now. So, there we go. That just shows you never judge a book by its cover, Nick. Big gun round here, though, for Zion. Because if they lose this gun round, that could be setting an interesting half in motion, right? I mean, coming into the next gun round, it's going to be 9-11 then. And probably Zion starting to feel a bit of pressure. Especially when you've been so comfortably ahead and you sort of recognize that you are significant favorites in the game. Once the score starts to get a bit closer and the game is reaching its final stages, that pressure can do interesting things to teams.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, we spoke about the experience that Zion lack, and meme.gg, they have it in leaps and bounds. A late flash play towards short means Malkies is going to get a frag of his own. And if you're him, you're going to get out of dodge, but he's going to get 2 what he stays around for. Sticky Pew Pew and Ricky V going to be close responders, as it does look like they're just going to group and hit this B bomb site all together, all through shorts. Is that the case, or they're gonna go actually back up underground? But 20 seconds left on the clock means they got to start putting their foot in the accelerator.
Yeah. I'm not sure what the plan is. It looks like they want to try and, I think they want to try and boost maybe to find the entry, or is Flair setting up a 6 smoke maybe that I don't know about. Ricky V just tosses the smoke over the top and he charges into his death. Vaynant probably scratching his head, says, okay, I'll take those 2 kills, no problem. And Meme GG just really don't do themselves any justice there, Nick. It seemed like the engine had stalled and they couldn't get the accelerator and clutch going there, my man.
Yeah, it was super rough. I mean, I think they were caught between 2 minds that they want to double back A, and then 2 players seemed like, no, they just wanted to end B. They had no flashes at the site, and Vaynant's going to take those kills every day of the week. And just like that, we speak about Zion's. Oh, they're going to 5-man boost? Oh, no, they're not.
With the Desert Eagle, G.
I thought they wanted to. That would have been super meme.
The Desert Eagle, that would probably be the highlight of this game for me.
Yeah, just dinks the guy in heaven for like 97.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's... Nah, we all know the train comes across just before he gets the shot.
Oh, you see the X-ray with the player literally on the man's crosshair behind the train. That is exactly what would have happened.
100%. A couple upgraded pistols here. I mean, no util, which, you know, we've spoken about enough probably at this point. But guys, buy util in your eco rounds when you're Ricky V and you have 4,600. Just a flash. Just 1 flash. That's okay as well.
Oh, I mean...
Because now, imagine, Nick, they're lining up with the flash to pop onto this A site. They blind Lord, overwhelm him, get the AK, trade out Bam, win the round. But no, Lord, unimpacted, gonna find 1, and Bam, okay. The flashes out of the muzzle of the Desert Eagle is the only flashes they needed as the bullets get buried in the brains, and now it's the retake on for Zion all of a sudden. A couple guns have been saved, that AWP is in the play as well. Flares has been able to get back. I mean, this is actually looking doable right now for Meme Gaming. A round which just started as a mere eco has turned into a winnable prospect. Let's see how they kick things off. Vaynant tapping away will find the first. Ricky V was in a tough position. It always was going to be in Flares and the AWP Sticky Pew Pew. And Flares has been mollied off and Sticky Pew Pew has been taken down. So any hopes have now been dashed.
Yeah, and I was super worried because the only player that had armor was Ricky V, and he was playing towards APC, and he didn't have a gun, he just had a deagle, so it was super rough. They sort of put all their eggs in one basket over towards Long with the upgraded rifle, and things just not going their way. So I mean, Zion, all things considered, it was an anti-eco, so they did clean it up, all things considered.
Yeah.
They got 3 people staying alive, so 6 rounds to the good, and it's going to be another gun round that they're going to face in this next one.
Yeah, Zion are starting to feel a little bit more comfortable on the CT side, I think, after those past 2 round wins that they secured. And it's going to be a rush from Meme GG straight into the speed bomb site. Skaboot leads the charge. He finds the first. Counter flash is coming in from Vaynant just to try and slow them down, but he needs to start fighting some kills. He's only going to be good for the 1. His teammate Lord is the next point of contention. He's got some support coming through from Heaven as well. And he's going to find a second kill. It means the 2 versus 2 ensues. Ricky V and Flares. Task of trying to get this round across the line. Flares is low as well. Only 16 points of health for him to work with in the round. Lord coming around. They're waiting for you, bruv. They're waiting for you on the angle and somehow actually walks away without even taking a single point of damage in that exchange. And now it's just Ricky V left. But he's done this before, Nick. He's the hero. He's the hero of this Meme Gaming roster. Can he do it once again, though? Tough ask. Got some time on his side, and those smokes give him some cover to work with as well. Trying to find 2 1 versus 1s here, ideally.
I think Bam just spotted him.
Yeah, must have, surely.
Playing the super cautious as Zion. I think
Oh,
Lord's
dead.
actually slipped behind enemy lines, and he's going to get 4 in the round. A sick hold coming out from him. All things
massive.
considered, the opening frags were going meme.gg's way, and Lord, he wrestled the round back. 20 and 14, 28 and 15 from Mulkey is absolutely unreal performance coming out from the boys over at Zion. So again, meme.gg, they're back down to the pistols. It just seems like it just seems like they were just on them, you know, like they have 1 gun round and then they're back on pistols. 1 gun round, back on pistols. They haven't been able to string some rounds together at all, pretty much, as soon as the gun rounds have been coming. Bam, he's gonna try to put the foot on the throat, and he's actually gonna get taken out by Ricky V. What? Oh my days, I thought that was gonna go from bad to worse.
Melkis could farm some frags up here, or he could get overwhelmed. It's actually going to be the latter as he goes down to Sliggs' Tech 9. And again, Nick, the eco rounds seem to be the most fruitful here for Meme Gaming on the T side, at least.
No, it's like, why even buy rifles, bro? Like,
it's just upgraded pistols, no util, be competitive.
I think it is super interesting. Like, so many people find success on like deagles and whatnot. I just think it's because like the mentality going into that round is you're like, oh, it's not an important round, right?
100%.
So then you just peak like the weirdest angles. You peak everything with confidence because you're like, oh, I'm gonna one-dig this guy here, one-dig this guy there, and then it works out. Imagine if people played with that confidence in the gun rounds, how different it would be. But I mean, this gun round 2v2, so.
I think you're definitely onto something, though. I think it's like a shift in mentality when you have those sorts of rounds, which sometimes actually lets teams play more freely, and that's when the results come through. Fisher on the angle right now. He's going to have a contest from Flares. Wins the contest with Flares, but isn't able to best Sliggs, which means Sliggs has the 1 versus 1 to work with. Vaynant has to open up the door, so Sliggs is going to have heard that, knows exactly where he is, right? And he's prepared himself on the angle. Vaynant not wasting any time, charging in like an F1 race car. Wants to try and get the clutch done and dusted as quickly as he can. He wants to move on to Inferno. And he's secured the round for his teams. That's going to be map point here for Zion on Overpass. 15-7. Will be a gun round for Meme Gaming to work with to try and deny Zion converting map number 1 here. But it seems like it is an inevitable at this point.
Yeah, it just seems like Zion have got meme.gg's number into this one. I mean, one thing we haven't seen from Meme Gaming a lot is picking up this AWP on T side, so it's not something you have to have on the T side of Overpass, but they're choosing to shy away from it quite often. Ricky V had boatloads of cash, and he's just going to choose up to buy up that rifle, so 15-7, can they make it? Can they make some sort of a comeback and have some sort of rebuttal on this T side of Overpass? We are going to see what happens. It's going to be Meme GG just choosing to default it out at 2-1-2, trying to get some info, try to see where their CTs are, suss them out, see what they can get done. But I mean, Zion, they've just taken this map super well. T side has been polished. CT side has been pretty good. Pistol rounds haven't been too great, all things considered. But I mean, they got the numbers on the board, which is all thing that matters.
Alright, I think we should just quickly open up the giveaway before this round starts kicking off. We're going to be opening up a giveaway for a 250 Rand Steam voucher tonight. The keyword is Yorba. Caps or not doesn't make a difference. Just type it once. If you enter a second time, it'll just credit your first entry. So don't be a Neanderthal. Just enter once. And you can stand a chance to win that 250 Rand Steam voucher. Giveaway entries are open, and the rounds open as well as Gaboot opens his account with the kill. And whoa, Sligs, he just gets chased down. Lord with the timing, pushed through the smoke. Fisher with the double. Melkies picks up one as well, and that's looked like it's going to be overpass done and dusted as we shift into Inferno, unless Ricky V can bring some fury and fire into this round. Nick, we've seen him clutch 1v1. We've seen him clutch 1v2. Can he do the 1 versus 4 though? This is a tough ask right now. Only 28 seconds left on the clock, and the bomb is firmly in Zion's control. How on earth does he get anything done from this position? He's being watched towards Monster as well. He's waiting for some sort of timing. He's waiting for an entry, but he's just not going to find it. At least he catches off Lord and pivots onto Melkies, but they were just clustered on top of each other, which meant the trade was always going to be coming straight through afterwards. And map number 1 done and dusted. 16-7. Zion walk home with the victory, and we're going to be going across to Inferno.
I mean, overpass, we expected it to go Zion's way, and we've had this whole theme throughout the whole of the bracket, you know, every game finishing 2-0. So hopefully the boys at meme.gg, maybe they got different things in their hands. I mean, the last time the 2018 Comic-Con winner probably played Inferno, maybe there was different textures on the map, maybe the gun sounded different. I mean, we don't know. That's all I'm saying. So Inferno could go either way, and hopefully we see meme.gg take that map for the viewers' sake, for our sake, so we can see 3 maps.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we've put a curse on it. I'm not sure, Nick. There's definitely some greater forces at play here. But guys, we're gonna be taking a short break. Before I do, let me just remind you about the giveaway that we have. It's a 250 Rand Steam voucher courtesy of Evesports. To pick that up, or to at least enter yourself into the giveaway, you have to type the keyword Yorba in chat. YOBA. Caps, no caps, doesn't make a difference. If you type it more than once, your entry will be discredited. Terms and conditions do not apply. So it's open. The only term that and condition that applies is that you're from South Africa. So maybe there is a little asterisk there. But for now, we're going to be taking a short break. When we return, we'll have Inferno. Can Meme Gaming make this competitive, or Zion going to march with a 2-0 victory? Let's find out. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the EGL 1 Season 2 lower bracket matchup between MemeGG and Zion Esports. We are shifting into Inferno, the second map of the series now. Coming off the back of Overpass, where we just watched Zion reign supreme, picking up the win 16-7. Was pretty comfortable throughout for them. They were ahead of proceedings for majority of the map. And Nick, it was a pretty one-sided performance, I think, to say. And is there anything that sort of leads you to believe that we're going to be seeing something different on Inferno, or do you think we'll be seeing something much the same?
I mean, I'm really stuck in two minds. I do think it is going to be much the same, considering we speak about Zion's prowess, the fact that they're in Prem, they're a full 5, they've been working together for a hot minute, to say the least, ever since that Cloudz change came in. And I don't think I can say the same for meme.gg. I don't really know if they're a serious team at all. The fact that their name leads to the fact that they're literally a meme gaming team. So maybe they got some stops they can pull out. Maybe they got a couple strats. I mean, all you need to do is have a couple people throw a couple smokes, and that's a strat pretty much. Maybe they've been dry running those. I don't know. I'm not going to read too much into it. I do expect it could be a 2-0, but I mean, I don't know. Ricky V was feeling it the first map. He went 27-16, so maybe they need that individual prowess just to shine through on the meme gaming side to take this to the top.
I mean, maybe they're gonna have to bring firepower from all corners if they're going to be going toe-to-toe against the Zion team, because not only did all 5 of those Zion players have moments on Overpass where they looked really solid from like an individual mechanical ability perspective, but their teamwork was far superior to that what we saw out of MemeGG. The teamwork on Zion was actually very well structured, great coordination on their T side. They were changing things up very nicely while sticking to a certain game plan. They were conditioning MemeGG the entire time, and I was very impressed by what I saw out of them on the Overpass T side, and I think we're going to be seeing much the same out of them here on the T side of Inferno as well. I mean, I remember when we actually casted that lone XD game where, you know, it was Tianqi, Melkis, and all the rest. They looked solid on Inferno, if I recall correctly. So I have no doubt that the Malkis iteration here of Zion is also going to be very competitive on Inferno, and I think we're going to be seeing much the same here once again. It just seemed like Zion are a class above Meme GG.
Yeah, I agree. I think that pays testament to the fact that they're probably the team that's putting in the hours. They're scrimming 5-6 times a week. They're putting in the work in the dry runs and the server. And one thing I want to pay testament to is Malky's had a blinding performance in Overpass, and the fact that he's calling and he's feeling it. I think it's sort of like this overlooked sort of thing. Like when your IGL's got full of confidence, not only his mechanics, it leads through a whole bunch of knock-on effects. IGL is more often the captain. He's often the player telling people what to do. I mean, quote unquote, in-game leader. I mean, you can pretty much read that for yourself. But I think when your IGL's especially feeling it, he's topping the server, he's fragging. It sort of has a bounce-on effect to the rest of the players, right? So I think Malky is coming to the second map. If he's going to be coming in hot, I don't see a way in which Meme Gaming can stop Zion. I don't know if you do. I don't know if anyone in the audience does. So maybe it is going to be a whitewash, but I'm hoping for the best from coming out from Meme Gaming. And maybe they got something up the sleeve which we won't be ready for. And maybe the 2018 Comic-Con winner can pull the best form out of his hat.
I mean, if Carlo's still here, maybe he can. I can't remember what the deciding map was that they won against Big Five at that event. Maybe it was Inferno. And, this is going to be channeling his like his sleeping demon, he's being woken, and now he's just gonna yeet them out the server.
After this map, they absolutely destroy Zion like 16-2. The 2018 Comic-Con winner drops like 40 kills.
Yes,
a couple 1v5s there as well.
Easy,
and he's like 80k, give me a contract right now. And they agree. Yeah. They drop missed him. He's not good enough. They bring in 2018 Comic-Con winner, spray RGLs from coach, and then they win everything. They first in the world. That's what's happening.
And now you can wake up.
Yeah.
What back into the round. Zion CT side, and they've got some useful double nade here towards Banana, and they're going to be dropping them, and they don't do 1 point of damage. So that's unfortunate. I mean, right idea. They saw the presence, they let them rip, and they just didn't connect at all. I think they went into logs. Yes, they did. Meme Gaming, they've got a flash and a smoke left at their disposal to try and conjure something up here on the T side pistol. And it looks like they're just going to be congregating into the speed bomb side. Zion have made the read though as well. They've shifted one extra player into the defense. Vaynant from CT is going to get smoked off. So he won't be having much of an immediate impact. He has got a flash though and a smoke of his own. He's going to be throwing a support flash here. Malky's from family is going to be waiting for the flash to come through. And then he's going to look to take the fight. So there we go, able to find the first kill. But that's what it's going to be for him in the round. Seems like Zion want to be proactive in the defense here. Try and contest the bomb plant. Both Lord and Vaynant's in the vicinity. But Lord's been dispatched of. And that means Meme Gaming have got the man advantage here in the pistol. They've secured the plant as well. Everything pointing towards this being their pistol round.
The kit has been dropped. Bam's taking Slicks' head off. And is he going to try to get a second? He is going to, but 2018 Comic-Con winner's going to chime in for one of his own, which means Vaynant. No armor. 1v2. He can retrieve the kit and drop a smoke on the bomb. The kit is all the way over towards family, though. It's in front of you, Vaynant.
There we go.
Okay, he's got it. Now is he just going to jump on the bomb? Taps it.
Oh my god, it's so low now, 20 health, he's got no armor as well. The knife just has to come out here. Okay, I was getting a little bit nervous for a second, but they find the kill in the end, and Meme GG get across the line. They pick up the pistol round here on the T side of Inferno, and that's exactly how they would have wanted to kick off proceedings on their map pick.
Yeah, without a doubt. All things considered, I think Zion's setup was a bit questionable because they were playing with this flash towards CT, which pops above family, but you're playing a player towards Coffin. So when he gets contact and that flash comes in, that player Coffin can no longer fight because of the flashbang. It's helping that player towards family. So a better setup could be something like a player family betting for a guy emo, or maybe a guy emo betting for a guy family, then the flash and then the double peak. It's a lot different. Two players fighting one player is a lot better than one player full blind, one player fighting one player. I mean, Malky's to get a frag, but I mean, all things considered, the setup just wasn't up to par from Zion.
Yeah, the idea was definitely there. There was definitely, like, the ideology was right. I agree. I just think the execution was slightly off. But the Desert Eagles are making moves in this round. And check both Ricky V and Sticky Pew Pew. Not even making 100 HP between the two of them. So Zion actually finding a way to make this round work. It is a force buy from them. And they've got a smoke still towards that B bomb site. So this is a bit of a sticky situation that Meme Gaming find themselves in. And Bam's just exploring here a little bit towards the apartments, getting even further information. So Vaynant's probably going to be momentarily rotating across towards that B bomb site based off all the info that Zion have right now. And both Malkis and Lord are full health. They've got the bait set up as well. Malkis is boosted up, which is normally a position always good for one kill. Lord just goes straight through his own smoke. He finds a kill. Malkis on top is going to be able to pick up one as well. And oh my god, Meme Gaming, they don't even find a single kill in the round. And that's going to be so heartbreaking for them, Nick. And it's sort of the exact same theme that we saw on Overpass playing out here on Inferno again.
I thought that was absolute banter. Lord of War gets a kill with the Deagle and he just runs into the smoke. He doesn't stick around. He just hides. He's like, boys, they're coming in B. And
yeah, I've done my job.
He's like, boys, I'm saving. You do the rest. You do the rest. But I mean, meme.gg, they are going to choose to reinvest right back into all players with armor. One with a P250, unfortunately, but there's going to be 2 players with Tech 9s, 2 with Deagles. And the question is, can meme.gg replicate what Zion just did to them? Can they win the pistol buy against their opponents? There's going to be a triple lane setup coming out from Zion. I mean, fair. I respect that 100%.
That's my answer. Middle, let's see.
Perfectly timed.
Where's the flash? Sticky Pew Pew. He's got the flash coming out here. Don't think this is going to be blinding Fisher, though, on the angle that he's on right now. So this is actually a good hold right now. Lord, he's also tucked into the corner playing anti-flash. So this is like a very strong setup, but everything has to go well with this sort of a setup to yield the results that you want. Not the traditional sort of setup you're going to be seeing from the CTs. And it looks like they're starting to doubt themselves as they start shifting out of position. Just as the execute starts to come through from the T side, Fisher stands tall. And he picks up 2 kills. Finally a frag coming back for Sticky Pew Pew. But we nearly saw, you know, the weaknesses of that setup coming to fruition there. And I didn't even get a chance to talk about it. And I think I can ramble on now because I don't think Sticky Pew Pew is going to be getting much done from this position. And he goes down. And sometimes what can happen, Nick, is Fisher in that position, he's watching balcony, and Bulk takes contact before middle. So the second person who's also watching middle then doesn't have full trust of his teammate watching Bulk. So he switches across and also checks Bulk. And that's when the mid pop comes through. And then all of a sudden, there's no balance on the defense.
Yeah, then things just go bad to worse. Things just go super, super rough. I mean, but all things considered, I don't know if this... Okay, they're just gonna... Our player's having an FPS issue, but...
They don't have the bind, Nick. They don't have the bind. There we go. That's all you need to know.
Add 1.
That's all you need. If they don't have the bind, she's too young for you, bro.
You know, Archon used to work, but something I found interesting. Okay, maybe there's a clip on our hands. Lord of War, he's going to do the Lord's work towards Archer. 3 on the spray. 4, 5. Oh my days. Lord of War doing the Lord's work over towards Archer. He's going to get 5 with the AK, and oh my goodness.
Jeez. Takes 60 damage, gets 5 kills, goes up to 8 frags in the map already, and he's going to be feeling good after that.
But one thing I wanted to say quickly was people actually bound Archon to like a key, and that's why it actually got taken out the game, because it was bound, because Archon was the previous thing that they used to stop FPS. They bound it to a key and it actually froze you in the server. So people bound it. So when they were getting when they were jumping, they'd freeze themselves, set the upward, miss a shot for argument's sake, or whatever reason. And that's why they got it taken out. Which I thought was
that's crazy. Well, Malkis, he's got a job to do right now. Big nade there, does a chunk of damage, but he's lost his teammate in the process without a trade. So that's a good start for Meme Gaming here in the first proper gun round. I mean, first time we've seen AKs across the board up against a full set of rifles on the CT side as well. And this is, as I say, a good start into the round, finding that opening pick. You can see that's forced Zion to reconsider their defense as well. They've now got the 2-2 split, which means that a bomb site is slightly less defended. Bam and Fisher, the 2 players tasked with trying to lock down this bomb site. And Bam's just trying to show some presence in middle. Doesn't want to just give up the control for free, but he's used what little util he did have remaining. And now it's going to be on the gunfights. Fisher, he still has a full belt to work with. He's going to be dropping off into pits. Yeah, didn't look intentional. Yeah. And they're going to have a job to do because Meme Gaming is definitely going to be hitting this A site momentarily. You can see the executes being lined up. 3 smokes are being held right now. Flashes are going to raining in thereafter. Bam, he's got no support here. And normally you'd see somebody only playing this corner if they can have a bait in the switch. He actually times the peak to perfection. He finds 2 kills. He doesn't have to go for anything further. He just has to stay alive at this point and try and buy time. Him being alive, living rent-free in Meme Gaming's head. This allows Fisher to activate from pits as well, using that smoke to give him cover. He's able to get the kill, and it's fallen apart for Meme Gaming here on the execute. I don't even think they're going to find the bomb plant. No, Bam doesn't spot the player, so at least the plant comes through. But between Fisher and himself, itself. They find all 5 kills in the round.
Yeah, a sick round coming out from Bam. As you said, he got those 2 frags and he seemed to almost overcommit, and then he literally heard exactly what you said, which was stay alive, buy time for the rotate.
Yeah.
And Bam had a sick round, all things considered. 2v2. I mean, two players on the A bomb side, 2 players on the B bomb side. Best case scenario for GG. And Bam just had a sick play, stayed alive. Fisher got a frag and stayed alive on top of that. So man advantage all of a sudden turned into a 2v4. And Zion, a sick round coming out from them.
Yeah, absolutely. And that means it's going to have to be an eco in response here from Meme Gaming. Start grouping up here towards top mid. Looks like they're going to try and burst into the safe sites. I like this buy. You see, this is what I'm talking about. Just pick up some util if you can afford to. And the flashes, look at them having an impact. What do you know, Nick? They actually can aid your cause. Bam gets taken down. Fisher up close and personal. He's going to be the difference maker as he picks up all 3 kills. Was looking a little bit dicey there for a second as Zion traded 2 for 2 against the eco. But then Fisher stands tall and he finds all 3 of the remaining players.
Fisher, what the fish, dude? You know, that's definitely
drops a line and got a big catch.
Exactly, dude. Like, what else does WTF stand for? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, brother. That's when he's fragging 3 times a week. Maybe it's Wednesday, Tuesday, Friday, Tuesday night, Tuesday, Thursday, every night. Evesports broadcast, easy. Let's go.
I love the plug. Well worked. Look at this aggressive setup from Zion. We haven't seen the side of them just yet. Lord with the AUG takes down the first, and that sort of brings Bam into the equation now with the AWP, but he doesn't expect Ricky V to be peeking from T ramp. And that means that the T AWP is going to be coming out on top of that duel. But, I mean, again, when you find that opening pick, if you're playing somebody like DNMK or Goliath in your VS Gaming Masters matchup, you need to be immediately backing off and taking a more passive angle. There's no need to continue to commit to that fight. 1 man early advantage, you're backing off and running home to the hills.
Yeah, you gotta take gifts like that, dude. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. If you get a early frag like that, you just gotta say, just take it. You know, it's a gift. Take it with open arms.
Oh, the double molly, questionable. Zion still do have 2 players on the speed bomb site, so they're ready for this. And Meme Gaming are definitely going to be committing. Once again, they do seem to just be keeping things very simple on the C side right now, not splitting up at all. And Zion could look to exploit that by pushing and getting info, but right now, the push is coming over on that B bomb side. Vayner just catches vision of Skaboot before he gets blinded up, able to get that shot. He hasn't spotted the second player. My God, Vayner. Fantastic reactions from him there on the flick. He destroys Sticky Pew Pew, and then he puts flares in the grave as well. Man, this Vaynant guy is one to watch. I'm telling you now, he hasn't got as much hype as some of the other youngsters in the South African scene, but Vaynant is going to be a serious player. If he continues on this trajectory, I think he's going to be a big name in South African Counter-Strike in the years to come.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I mean, look at that, dude. Like, he didn't know the other player went over towards Pool, and he just flicked him. Lord of War opening up the round with the AWP. Double AWP over towards... I thought I was going to say over towards A, but Bam's actually switched positions over towards the B bomb site. So Zion, they've now picked up the double AWP setup, putting their foot on the throats of Meme Gaming, not having any response, getting the opening duels and winning them. They're going to take everything that they can, and they're just going to forfeit this map control and see what they can play off of it. Bam just going to hold, Mulkey's rather, just going to hold this retake useless. Bam's going to be pasted on the angle. He's going to get another into this round. 5v3, Meme Gaming, not having any response.
Yeah, the AWPs just having the double AWP setup immediately having an impact here on the CT side of Inferno. And this is much better. You see, this is what I'm talking about. When you find those picks, then you fall back to stage 2. And then you hold the angles and you fall back to stage 3, which is where you're actually on the bomb site itself. So it's constantly about reading the situation and reacting accordingly. And just before this round kicks off, remember guys, we got a giveaway that's open at the moment for a 250 rand Steam voucher courtesy of Evesports. The keyword is Yorba. If you've entered already, don't enter again. Mulkey's, well, he's in an entry position if he was on the T side, but right now it's a flank as he's backstabbed Sligs, and now he's boxed Meme Gaming in as well. They've got no choice now. How on earth do they make any moves from this position? He's living in their heads rent free. Look at how they're just trying to clear out the angles right now, but Mulkey's all the way back on the B-bomb sides. And again, this is exactly the type of disciplined Counter-Strike I want to be seeing out of Zion. Because, Nick, it doesn't matter who you're playing against. You want to always implement your protocols. You want to always be sticking to a certain approach. Because then it becomes second nature. You don't have to start thinking about who you're playing against and how you're going to be playing. It's just, you always know exactly what the approach is going to be.
Yeah, without a doubt. And I mean, we saw those protocols coming out. We got to pick over towards A. The push and pull came out. Bam with the angle after they took banana. They understood, we're man up. We don't have to contest this early banana fight. Bam just fell back towards CT, post the angle, got another frag. And as you were speaking about, they go from phase 1, they get the frag, then they fall back to phase 2. They understand they don't have to contest this map control too heavily at the beginning of the round. They don't have to throw away lives. And they did it to full effect at Zion. 2 early man advantages and meme gaming. If you're going to be rushing B, you're going to be trying to get some frags. I'm going to hold my thought. Double molly's dropped. As they're going to halt the site. What has gone on here?
Nade misses its mark. That could have been a chunky one. It seems like Meme Gaming still want to go for this. All of them are clustered up, but the smoke has been enough to keep them at bay. And Zion, they've just completely taken the bait here. Well, not that it is bait, but they've fully rotated. They got 4 players in the bomb site right now. Oh my god, it's fallen apart at the seams for Meme Gaming. They felt compelled to make the push, but they've just ended up pushing into the jaws of death. And they've been dispatched of in the round. Sligs with the Mac 10 is going to be the next player to be taken down. And Nick, lest we forget, the one round that Meme Gaming have won. Oh no, it's just not like this, G.
That's right.
let's just somebody carry on my point. The only round that Meme Gaming have won so far was the pistol. Outside of that, it's been an 8 round consecutive win streak here that Zion find themselves on. Lord is 13-3, and there's 3 players on 1 kill on the Meme Gaming side.
And they haven't been close. You were saying that the only round they won was the pistol round. Then if you look at the CT rounds that Zion have won, 5 men up in 4 of them, 4 men up in 2 of them. Like, it's just been sick play coming out from Zion, all things considered.
They've got 11 kills, Nick. Meme Gaming have 11 kills in 9 rounds. That's not enough kills to be competitive on Inferno. So, yeah, they need to just start picking things up in the fragging department. You can see that they try to play with some structure. There's definitely been that element of like trying to move around as a unit and push together, but they just haven't been finding the frags to actually, create opportunities and try and weaken these defenses. And again, it looks like it's going to be a potential fast player grouped up outside of top middle very early on. That nade, doesn't even do a single point of damage. Nade's not been a point. Lord, with a very aggressive pick down middle, egregious if you will. Picks up a double kill, and he's going to find some more here as well. We've seen him find the ace a bit earlier on. Not going to have such luxury here again. Bam missing 2 shots there. Uncharacteristic from the young lad. And that's given Meme Gaming a bit of entry into the round here as they start to reassess their options.
Anon's in a super advanced position. He can get 1 and try to stay alive, drop the molly as soon as he gets contact, but he should honestly be playing a really safe position, but he's going to get 1. Now Flair's going to try to push the issue. He's going to drop the molly. He's just got to stay alive. They know the position of the last T. And I mean, he's got a smoke to extinguish that one. Aish.
He's calling for some support. I like the way Vaynant's is playing this right now. He knows he just has to stay alive. Flares, he knows that he's there. He's going to actually isolate Melky's first. I like the decision making there from Flares. He just frantically spray into the smoke to try and find the kill on the player in logs. He tried to isolate Melky's first, which would have given him that space. And we just have a quick pause here as Bam restarts his PC. I don't know. I mean, after missing those shots, maybe he needs to find his aim again.
Rough. That's unlosable.
All cap. He's a Juice WRLD lover. That means him and I are automatically friends.
I mean,
that's how it goes.
Great artist.
I know you're in that club as well. I saw your tweet that, queuing 2 hours of unreleased Juice WRLD music when you wake up in the morning. That's definitely a vibe.
It is what it is, You got to do what you got to do. You got to appreciate good music.
100%, bro. 100%. I'm actually a massive fan of his stuff. But back into the game we go. And it's just looking like Zion on an absolute tear right now. Look like they're sponsored by the Guptas with the amount of money behind them. And I don't know how Meme Gaming are going to be getting back into this, Nick. They've tried multiple different options. They've tried the rushes. They've tried to slow things down. The bursts. The executes. And nothing's yielded any results. Sticky Pew Pew, he's going to be dispatched off. Good util usage. Melky's finds a second kill already. And Bab picking up one with the AWP. It's all falling apart for Meme Gaming.
Yeah, super polished CT start coming out from Zion, getting those early frags. Nice banana take coming out from them. Flares is actually going to catch Vaynant with his pants down towards wood. So, I mean, maybe that's the avenue into the round that they needed. I mean, you understand that there's maximum 1 player towards this B bomb side as soon as it is, but there actually is going to be a player rotating back towards that side of the map. So it looks like they've missed the time and they're just going to take the slow once more. Bam's just disconnected. So now it's a 2v3. So now it's as winnable as can be.
Unfortunately, Meme Gaming are going towards the B bomb side where there's still 2 players. Oh, as I said, though, Lord starts to reconsider his other options. Melkis is tucked into the dark corner here. And Meme Gaming, I like this. They're going in dry right now. They're not giving any information away. They might try and throw the smoke on the run, and there we go. Flares smokes off CT, and now they're going to be taking control of this B-bomb side. They need to clear up Malkis in the corner here. Sligs is going to be coming around, but he gets taken down. Flares able to trade him out. Lord needs to be patient. Just wait for Fisher to get in on the action as well. No need to force the issue. Can keep Flares boxed in on the bomb site here. Oh, Flares decides to try fake again. Yeah, he might have outthunk himself, Nick, because the mollies blocked him off. There's only 13 seconds left. Flares has to commit to this bomb plant. Zion just need to send 1 player in here to take the fight. Flares looking to take the fight of his own. He's going to be finding the first. All of a sudden, this gets interesting. Commits to the plant as well. He does get it just in time. On the angle, he's spotted Fisher. He knows where he is. He's got Molly double flash as well. Fisher, he's going to be charging straight through this, and he takes Flares' head off. Man, you can't fault a single move there from Flares. He gave that a really solid effort.
Yeah, super sick play coming out from him. Almost winning out the 1v3, all things considered. A sick frag onto Malkis with the trade that he got onto his teammates. And, I mean, super close. Really had Fisher probably sweating in his boots. It's always that situation where you're in the 1v, you're part of the X versus the 1, right? Whether it's 2 players, 3 players. And you know he's tapped the bomb once already, and then you hear him tap the bomb again, and you're so scared to peek him because you're like, is he sticking? Is he not sticking? Because in so many other situations, even when there's like 5 seconds left, there's still the T who decides to plant the bomb and then tap the bomb rather, and then understands that like the peak has to come out from the CT and then wins the round. So Fish was shaking his boots, but I mean he wins it out. He's only died once, so. He knows how to keep that economy up. He's on almost 16k, just waiting for Bam to reconnect. Hopefully things go well.
I think we should probably, and I'm making an executive decision here, I think we roll the giveaway while we have this break and just to see who's going to be taking home the 250 Rand Steam voucher. I mean, it's been open for long enough, giving the guys enough time to get the entries in. So let's get the roll going and see who's going to be buying me cool CS skins. Right?
Keys.
That's how this works. Oh yeah, of course, keys. That's what we discussed. This is a joint venture between us, Nick, and it's look who it is. Marshawn. You love to see it. One of our own picking up the 250 Steam voucher. And use it wisely, bruv.
Dude, he actually
buy CSGO 2 when it comes out tomorrow.
He designed a super nice logo for me. He's a super talented guy. Even like in CS and just like in his design and what he's got going for him, mad respect to him. $250 that can go to, I don't know, PC building simulator. I don't know. I don't even know how much that costs. For all I know, it's like 600 Rand. Hopefully,
Did you just say I don't know how much it costs? All I know is it's 600 Rand.
No, I said it could be 600.
Oh! For all I know.
I'm dumb. I know.
No. Well, aren't you studying like engineering at Wits or something like that?
Definitely not. Geography, AP farming, as the word goes in school. So
AP farming. Okay. Well,
dude, actually, like low-key, mad respect to farmers out there. It's hard. Like in school, you thought farming was easy. Like people make jokes.
The only people who thought farming was easy were people who didn't know anything about farming, my man.
Exactly.
Seems like things are on pause, and we should be jumping straight back into proceedings on Inferno. 10-1. Lord, you there, G? Yeah? Yeah? You good? He's here. We good. We kicking off. We're in. Meme Gaming. Then you start finding some rounds here on the T side if they're going to be making anything happen, because this game is slipping away from them very quickly right now. And Zion are feeling themselves, Nick. You know, the Bam's making these mid peaks. Malkis and Vaynant, they've been terrors in Banana. Re-peaking, fighting, just being very challenging. But seems like this round Zion are going to be paying a little bit more respect. Or, no, as I said, Vaynant's already going to set up the top banana flash. There we go. Malky's going to be peeking off the back of it. And he finds Skaboot, who is spraying away. Actually, inevitably giving his position away in the end. And the first frag, once again, goes the way of Zion.
They're going to go back. Oh, the
God,
flash
he-
came in.
Oh, Vaynant. Did you see how they switched? Like, it was Vaynant's flash for Lord first, or for Mulkey's first, and then Mulkey's
Yeah.
threw the flash for him. It's like, just sharing is caring, basically.
Banan just wanted in the action, but because of that, they're just going to hightail it towards the speed bomb side. One player towards first orange just gets taken out. That's Mulkey's. A Malian
Yeah.
response from Lord, but that's extinguished by the smoke of meme.gg. A flash and a molly towards the default position means that Bam's going to get a kill on his
Oh my
own. Lord
God.
trying to push to the smoke a bit preemptively, all things considered. Means it's going to be a 3v2 post plant for Zan. A nice
Oh,
time
that's a big
nade.
nade.
Oh.
Yeah, chunky.
If you're Fisher, you smoke off Banana, your molly family. Bam.
Yeah,
He's going to go search with AWP.
Needs to be using that util. He's got the molly, and now he realizes he's going to be pulling it out to try and force Sticky, the molly on point. And there we go, Sticky Pew Pew taken down. Now they have to realize the last player towards Banana. Fishy, you have the smoke. He's going to get the job done with the gunfight. So, Nick, I mean, although Zion are, winning things very comfortably right now, there's definitely been a few discrepancies in their game that we've noticed that if they were playing against better opposition, no disrespect at all to Meme Gaming, but if you're playing against tier 1 teams in South Africa in the Masters division, they're going to be punished for a lot of these players that they're making. So I'd like to see them just brushing up on their discipline a little bit more. But, of course, still early stages here, and that means that mistakes are inevitable. But with time, just maybe need to get that discipline a little bit higher.
Yeah, and that coffin flash has actually been phased out of play. Oh, that coffin flash when you have like a super good idea when it's coming in. Lots of teams when they get banana control, they literally just like leave one person their anti, almost sort of deny that regress. So that coffin flash, once you do it once and you got away with it, that's your one and done. You're done with that now. They tried to do it twice in one round, and all things considered, Vaynant did whiff, so maybe I'm playing too much of devil's advocate. But I mean, all things considered, as you said, they could be punished against better teams. But other than that, their CT side's been looking really good. Their T side and overpass look really polished, all things considered. Their CT side of this map has looked really good as well. Bam's found really good impact with the AWP. Lord of War picked it up one round. They've tried that AWP setup over towards B, over towards A. So things are looking good if you're Zion. I think they have life in this tournament. I mean, this is low bracket. Loser goes home.
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
Zion, they're proving that they could have a run in this low bracket.
Execute starting to come through onto the speed bomb, so both Vaynant and Malkis are in position. Malkis is boosted on top of family as well, but the util just continues to rain in here, which keeps Meme Gaming at bay. They've got one smoke left at their disposal as well, and Lord is actually starting to second guess himself. The util's so good that they just went so quiet. But that smoke is going to be keeping in position. Meme Gaming have no choice but to go now. Vaynant, he's a bit antsy. Finally, he gets in position. And Meme Gaming, they're going to look for the double peek. No, it's actually just Skaboos who peeks by himself. It's going to be a Ricky V who tries to chime in, and he does, actually picking up a double kill. Lord getting in on the action as the smoke fades as well. Looking to control the spray. He'll find a second kill, and he does enough. There's no way Sticky Pew Pew wins this. Molly lands at his feet.
1 HP?
Ticks him down to 1. He's, oh, no time for him to find the plant. That's just too unfortunate. He's going to be able to take his gun into the next round, but that's of little consolation right now for Meme Gaming.
Yeah, I mean, you're 11 rounds down, and I mean, I guess you could say, hey, look, we may be down in 12-1, but at least I got an AK. Yay!
Yay!
Everyone has been
Maybe not.
sarcastic, nice in the TS.
Yeah. Can't believe we're going to see 3 maps tonight, Nick. I'm so keen, bro. Finally, we're breaking the curse, G.
About time.
I'm trying to use the commentator's reverse curse here.
Yeah.
Big comeback from Meme Gaming incoming.
Now you've just reversed it.
I know, I've reversed my reverse. Oh, God.
Uno reverse card. Been played multiple times. Apparently in Uno, they tweeted out that you can't play a +2 and a +2. Like, how crazy is it that
Nick,
Uno don't know,
they don't know the rules?
Game?
Yeah,
like,
exactly. They don't know the rules
like,
to their own game.
Honestly.
Imagine how much less fun the game is not playing like that. When you get the guy at the end, like +14, G, and he's out of the game. The best is when it lands on the guy who started off the spree as well, all nasty with the +4.
And he's thinking he can select the color. Yellow.
And
next up, like,
G.
+2. Malky
Plus
just gonna get
executes.
two.
He does. And he adds a third as well at Meme Gaming. They don't have any pluses to respond with, Nick. They are picking up the 4 as their bodies litter the floor. And that's going to be them entering the door. to the next round.
To the next round. I like it. I'm rubbing off on you a bit, huh?
Oh, okay,
Kidding.
okay. Let's all calm down. 5 galils. This is gonna be tough for meme gaming.
Rough. Last bar round of the half, and you're gonna just play with galils. You've even shot your teammate. Sticky PP just turned around and was like, bruv, like, mate,
Yeah.
things are going bad and you're gonna shoot me? Eish.
Oh, and Vaynant with the flank, bro. He's got the trigger discipline as well. Finds the flip sticks for the spray. Next, the flash comes through from the teammate, which blinds the boots up, so he can't even do anything about it. Malkis gets in on the action as well, and that's actually the first time Zion have like really broken their form here on the CT side and just gone for a very nonchalant push, and it works out perfectly. I mean, there's no one watching the flank. 14-1. This is utter domination from Zion Esports.
Yeah, sick polished CT round coming out from them. Sick, super strong. I don't think we saw A get tested. I want to say twice. Once was on an eco, and the other time was when like Bam got the 2 kills with the FAMAS, and then like you know what I'm talking about. Basically, I'm saying the B site was the one under question more often than not. And super sick B holds coming out, and Zion, they're just gonna push the issue. They're just gonna rush up middle, bait and switch over towards his cubby position. But how many does Flares get? He's been overlooked, but he's actually missed the timing. Vicious now seen in a bit messy fight. What's happened? They've rotated everyone.
And now he's coming. Go back. There's a smoke and flash on Malkis as well, so they're going to be able to segregate the player out of the bomb site. Sticky Pew Pew has no choice but to revert back to coffins and some blows being traded through the smoke, but for the most part, Zion are pretty healthy as they take control of this B bomb site. They want to try and take back church control as well. This could actually lead to their demise if the CTs can hit their shots with Vaynant, who's just tearing heads off right now. Finds his 3rd kill in the round, has a chance to find a 4th, and he absolutely does it as well. Clean as you like, headshots across the board. The young gun, again, proving his proficiency and ability in the server.
How's it, Oaks? My name's Vaynant, and I've got twice as many kills as I've got assists. And, yeah, easy peasy for him, basically. Right? Yeah.
He's jacked. He's absolutely jacked.
He's just as jacked as he is cracked, and he's quite cracked at Counter-Strike Global Offensive being played in 2021 for Evesports EGL 1 Season 2. How's that for you, eh? Yeah.
There we go. Clip it, post it, make it his banner.
Clip it, ship it, all of the things that end in it. Lick it.
Probably don't. Not in coronavirus times, at least.
That's true. Social distance, people.
The Lord, he's not social distancing. Neither is Vaynant on top of Sticky Pew Pew. Gives him a little nod of appreciation before he takes him down as well. And this looks like it's going to be 16-1 is imminent here. Unless Meme Gaming can win one of the more unlikely rounds that they've been faced with so far here on Inferno. What a dominant performance coming out of Zion as they secure the round here by finding the plant, picking up the kills as well. Sligs and Ricky V, the last 2 players, and they're going to be dispatched off as well. Vaynant with 2 more kills to close out proceedings, and Zion, what a great performance that was from them here in the lower bracket. Nick, they didn't let the occasion get to them at all. Even though they were the favorites, they didn't get flustered. There was that moment on overpass, even though they were up 11-4, they lost the first 3 rounds of the second half. I think it was like 11-7, might have even been, no, it was 11-7 with that gun round, and then they knuckle down from there, and they go on to win the map. So even when things might have got a little bit sketchy, they were still very much in control of proceedings, and that was just a great performance from the young team.
And I mean, all things considered, on Inferno, the only round meme.gg one was the pistol. So effectively,
oh my god, you're right.
Yeah, it's a 16-0. That's 16 rounds on the trot.
Yeah.
So massive respects to Zion. Super polished CT side. The couple rounds we saw on T side, I mean, they look pretty average, all things considered. No, I'm kidding. But massive respect to Zion. They had a really good series, all things considered. 16-7, 16-1, wiping the floor pretty much with meme.gg and showing that they mean business in the lower bracket. You know, they're going to face the winners of WRG and XD Clubhouse 69. So that is that XD Clubhouse 69 team is obviously the XD team now. So they have all the possibility of making a lower bracket run. So maybe they're going to make a stake. Maybe they're going to be the team that's going to break the mold. You know, you've got good young players. They're not going to get poached from other teams. You're going to stick with 5. You're going to make a good bracket run. You're going to get into the prize money. You're going to win the tournament. You're going to upset everyone. easy
Yeah.
money coming out from
100%.
I'm manifesting it.
Manifesting. That's it. I can see it as well, Nick. Your vision is so prudent that it's coming into the stream as well. But I agree. I mean, there's definitely a prospect of Zion making a run here in the competition. It's not like, oh, okay, now they face ATK. So, you know, grats boys, you know, you've done your job. No, there's actually still work to be done here for the Zion team. They can beat either XT, Clubhouse 69 or WRG. Like, okay, well, I mean, that WRG team, I was thinking about the old squad before it actually clicked in my head who they are. That's going to be a tough game to say the least. That WRG team is a very scary unit. The best team by a long way, or not by a long way, I suppose. Big Five in the mix there as well, but certainly probably considered the best team in the lower bracket at the moment is WRG. So Zion have a tough prospect ahead of them. That round will be played out between the 21st and 25th of March. That'll be round number 3. But that's all we have for you guys for tonight. But don't be disparaged. We're going to be back on Thursday, same time, same place. And we have a banger of a game lined up. Ekasi Esports versus Damage Control. That is going to be a very good game. Ekasi, they've been looking pretty hot lately. They brought Tianki into the mix. He's taken over the reins of the EGL. And they're looking to make moves in the season. And then, of course, Damage Control, they don't need any introduction. And I'm keen to see who's going to be walking away with that, Nick. So that's going to be on Thursday, 7:30 p.m. We've also got 2 giveaways on Thursday as well. So as I always say, if the Counter-Strike's not enough of a reason, come for the giveaways.
Yeah, banger giveaways and banger Counter-Strike. And I mean, guys, if you haven't already, subscribe, hit the bell icon, follow Evesports on Twitter, all that good and juicy stuff so you can keep up to date if anything is subject to change in the coming days. But I mean, otherwise, sick game tonight. It's a sick game lined up on Thursday, so...
Yeah, 100%. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Congrats to Zion for winning their game 2-0 comfortably. Commiserations, of course, to Meme GG as they find themselves eliminated. They probably were hoping to put up a bit more of a performance than that, but it is what it is. Obviously, Zion working a lot harder, so it's understandable. We'll see you guys on Thursday again. Have a great rest of your night, a good rest of your week, and yeah, check you soon.